Well, good afternoon again. Cool, nice drop of rain, but it'll do us all good anyhow. And so we've got a few more. It's warming up a bit, I think. We're having a bit warmer come the weekend, they reckon. Now today I'm going to do a couple of poems today by David Prowse. All right, this one's called "There's a Hole in My Bucket." There's a hole in my bucket, dear Liza, dear Liza. There's a hole in my bucket, dear Liza, a hole. Then mend it, dear Henry, dear Henry, dear Henry, for water is now as expensive as gold. Why is it expensive, dear Liza, dear Liza? Why, we used to collect it from down at the well. That was different, dear Henry, you silly old duffer. It's now been developed as a product to sell. So what do they do with it, Liza, dear Liza? For I have always believed that it fell from the sky. It's science, dear Henry. They take things and add things. It's not like the water in seasons gone by. But I like what we had then, dear Liza, dear Liza. As clear as a crystal, and we all had our fill. It was bad for us, Henry, but because no one told us, we hadn't the brains or the sense to be ill. So what do they do with our money, dear Liza? For now there'll be extra we'll have to pay. It's business, dear Henry. They spend it what they have to, and any left over is salted away. In what do they keep it, dear Liza, dear Liza? In a bucket, dear Henry, behind bolted doors. Then why is it never sufficient, dear Liza? It's simple, dear Henry. They've a problem like yours. There's a hole in the bucket, dear Henry, and it drains the resources of people like you. We can fill up that bucket 1,000,000 times over, but the money, like water, just trickles on through. Now this here one is called an ode to Wanda. Oh Wanda, dear Wanda, how precious you are, how closely attached we've become. You're short and you're fat, but who cares about that? You're a steadfast, unfaltering chum. While others have dropped by the wayside of life, you've lately come into your own. So faithful you've been, my illustrious queen, no more do I wander alone. Yes, sometimes I wish we had money to spend, just enough for a good set of wheels. But you cling to my hand as though you understand the strains that a gardener feels. And while we go wander, my dear, I talk and you hear every word. And should I complain of this shortage of rain, you assure me I'm being absurd. For it is not this very state of affairs which has brought our liaison about. You'd be sulking instead at the back of the shed, were it not for this merciless drought. But Wanda, dear Wanda, how long can it last? Let's face it, I'm only a man. And after all, you are not human at all, but a green plastic watering can. Thanks very much.